So the first chord we're going to learn today is the C chord. And you're going to use the tips of your fingers and you're going to apply your ring finger onto the 3rd fret on the A string. And then you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to apply that to the D string on the 2nd fret. And then finally you're going to take your index finger and you're going to apply that to the 1st fret on the B string. And it's shown like that, as you can see. And what I usually tell students is to practice this over and over and strum. As you can see with my right hand, I have a pick and I'm holding the pick like this. And what I advise students to do is just to strum like this. Down, and then apply up and down. And then release your hand and then try it again. And as you do this and you keep doing this, your muscle memory gets better and better, and you'll keep going like this. Eventually you'll take this chord and you'll play it with other chords. The next chord is the A major chord. You take your first finger and you put it on the 2nd fret here on the D string, and then you take your 2nd finger here and you put it on the 2nd fret on the G string, and then your 3rd finger, which is your ring finger, you put that here on the B string on the 2nd fret. And you see how as my hand placement is here, you can see looks like this. And what I suggest you do is do downstrokes and upstrokes as a practice regimen. So making sure that E string here is ringing out. You don't want to block that E string. Some people block it, and you don't want to do that. You want to have it ring out like that. And then you want to do the up and down. You know, some people play it differently. Like I actually play it when I play rock music, I actually use one finger because it allows me to go. And eventually you'll learn that later on. Thank you. Here we have the A minor chord. The A minor chord is like this. You take your 2nd finger and you place it here on the 2nd fret on the D string. Then you take the ring finger and you apply it to the 2nd fret on the G string, and then your 1st finger here, your index finger, will be applied to this 2nd string, which is the B, on the 1st fret. And that's what it should look like that. And sounds like this. Make sure you release and apply again so you memorize. Here we have the G major chord. You take your 2nd finger and you place it on the 2nd fret of the A string. You take your 3rd finger here, ring finger, and you apply it to the E string on the 3rd fret. And then you take your pinky and you put your pinky here on the E, the high E, on the 3rd fret, like so. And then this is what the G major chord sounds like. What's neat about this type of actual format I have right here is some people play the G like this, which is good, but this will allow you to actually finger other notes, like but it's good just to learn it this way and then eventually go to that other diagram. Here we have the E major chord. The E major chord is like this. You have the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you take your ring finger and apply it to the D string on the 2nd fret, and then you take your index finger and apply it here like this on the G string on the 1st fret, and it should look like this. And as you said before, you just strum through this chord and practice over and over and over. The next chord I have here is the E minor chord, and that is like this. So you take your 2nd finger and you put it on the 2nd fret on the A string, and then you take your 3rd finger and place it on the 2nd fret on the D string, and it should look like so. And then you strum. And if you notice, between the major chords and the minor chords there's one distinction, and that is the major chords are more like happy chords, and the minor chords have a more sad or darker tone. Now we have the D major chord. Take your 1st finger, place it on the 3rd string, which is the G, on the 2nd fret, like so. And then you want to take your 2nd finger and place that on the 2nd fret of the E string. And then you want to take your 3rd finger and place it on the 2nd string, which is the B string, on the 3rd fret, and that would be like this. And you want to practice up and down. Down is probably best at first for beginners, and then up and down like this. And now we have the D minor chord, which is like so. So you have your 1st finger here on the 1st fret of the E string, and then you want to take your 2nd finger onto the G string, which is the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, like so. And then you want to take your 3rd finger and place it on the 2nd string, which is the B string, and you're going to finger the 3rd fret for that, and it's going to look like this. So you want to take, and you notice it's a D minor. We had a D major before, and there's like a more sad tone to it, darker. also arpeggiate it. Arpeggiation is actually just plucking through each individual note. And you can do that for all the chords that you learn.